Last month, when the Minister presented his statement on the strategy, I raised the very distressing case of Leanne Singleton, who was brutally murdered in 1998 by Paul Stowers. I mean, really atrocious, absolutely atrocious what they went through. And Leanne was mutilated, her body parts were put in bin bags. It was horrendous. How any parent can recover from that, I have no idea. Her parents, my constituents, Jackie and Gordon Singleton, have been trying to prevent the release of Stowers, including petitioning Parliament back in July. Last month, they found that they had failed, and he's due to be released next month. They felt dreadfully let down by the criminal justice system and totally powerless to influence the parole board. I know that the parole board will be taking steps to ensure that there is a presumption the victim's personal statement can be read in hearings.
I know that myself, in terms of my own constituency, sometimes, you know, the kind of horrific events that people go through and having to relive them, and the trauma on the family and the local community. Would she agree with me that this is the reason why it's so important that we go and get a victim's law?
Thank you. I'm grateful to my honourable friend for giving me a moment. It has been quite traumatic just listening to Jackie and to Gordon. So absolutely, this is why it sets into context the importance of what we're doing here, and all of us who stayed to represent our constituents. So again, the parole board, and they will listen to the personal statement, but again, I welcome what the Minister would say in terms of how this will be taken forward. I know that there was he mentioned that this would be being reviewed in January, but I would welcome a bit more detail about that and the new rules that will be required. I share the Victim Commissioner Baroness Newlove's view that any challenge mechanism should not require members of the public to have crowdfunded to pay for legal representation, that a reconsideration process should be judge-led. Recognising that it's likely that the majority of reconsideration applicants will be offenders, the Minister commit to ensuring a speedy, properly funded process to ensure the benefits to victims of having the right to challenge a decision is not outweighed by the distress caused to other victims of waiting months for a final parole outcome?